So I'm 19 and this guy's at our office talking, giving a training, and he says every adversity has the seed of a benefit equal to or greater the adversity. He says, but most people miss the last part of that. If and only if they look for it. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what did he just say? Every adversity, every bad thing, every challenge, right? Every disadvantage, every setback, right? Every bad thing, every challenge, every problem, right? Every adversity has a benefit. Well, there's something good that's going to come from this problem. There's something good that's going to come from this setback. Like every adversity has a benefit, okay? Equal to or greater, meaning that the benefit of what's going to come from the problem is as good as the problem is, right? In terms of level of how bad or how good, right? How bad that problem is, that how benefit is going to be equal to that problem, right? Or better, okay? Or better, meaning that this problem is going to lead to something that now, because the problem happened, this other great thing is going to happen, and it's going to be why the problem happened, okay? So every adversity has a benefit equal to or greater the adversity, if and only if you look for it. And that was such a nugget, because he said if and only if you look for it. So how many times has something bad happened to us, and the first thing we do is complain or whine, or, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. How fast do we go into negativity or being overwhelmed? And can we train our mind to say, man, that every problem, right, has an opportunity, right? Every adversity has an opportunity. What if you train your mind that, like, the moment the problem happens, you're like, damn, I'm freaking frustrated. Okay, every problem has a benefit. What's the benefit? What if we could get there faster, right? And then you start saying, okay, what is this supposed to teach me? And the other day, I'm reading $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozy, and in there he's talking about that when a lot of their businesses had a lot of chargebacks and they owed $150,000 in a month, and he had to come up with it to pay all these bills. And they didn't have a way of making $150,000 in a month. So they find another way where at the time, I believe his girlfriend at the time says, hey, I'm going to start selling these trainings more, because she was doing personal training through clients. She's like, what if we package this? So that ends up happening. They get so busy, and then he's like, you know what? Or they're going to get busy. And he says, this still isn't going to be enough. I got to find a way, but I'm going to put more time here. So let me cancel all my other obligations. So he starts calling companies that he was going to go do a launch, help them launch their gym. And he says, I'm not going to be able to make it. We got to focus here. We're just not going to do this gym launch thing anymore. And he's trying to tell this person no. And in that, he's like, dude, please, I just need your help with this. He says, I can't go. The only thing I could do is just teach you what I do. He says, teach me, man. I'll pay you it. I'll pay you for it. Oh, okay. So he sells the first person $6,000. Says, I just made $6,000 of profit, no cost, right, to help this person. He says, this could be our way out. Ends up that month, I want to say, making over $60,000 in teaching people how to launch their gyms, right? That next year, I want to say $6 million, and then the next year, $25 million and $17 million in profit. All that initiative and idea came from a problem, right? So when you think about that, how many times that you've had a problem or a setback, and maybe there was an opportunity for you to re-examine that and find an opportunity, just like the obstacle is the way, same concept. There was an opportunity, but you missed it. So I want to challenge you moving forward from this day on, that when something negative happens to you, as soon as you possibly can, go from a reactive state to asking the question of, what good will this bring in my life? What is this going to produce? And you start looking for it. That doesn't mean you won't have to create it. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. But if you're looking for a solution, you're looking for a positive outcome, you're going to recreate this negative experience to become one of the best experiences of your life. And I know that that's happened to me in my business. And it's probably happened to you if you've overcome that situation. So every adversity has a benefit equal to or greater the adversity, if and only if you look for it. Let's start looking for those benefits in our next adversities. Take care, everybody. Please subscribe if you like the content.